beautiful. Everything you said, resonates so much with everything that I do with my clients as well. And I've done with my own self, because this was the inspiration from my work.
Yes.
And can I just ask, can you hear me okay now?
Yeah. Excellent. Okay? Perfect.
Okay.
It's good. And like what you said, we need to take and test our own medicine first, isn't it? Because otherwise you cannot really truly offer to somebody else if you don't buy what you sell, what you practice, what they call in English, you need to
practice what you preach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, we're not young anymore, and people get their heart broken when they, quite young, puppy love and all that. So it's not news, isn't it? It's nothing news. We've been through it many times. But maybe we're getting hurt more because maybe we stay longer in that relationship. Or maybe because you have a children involved in that. So sometimes people find it. And also, a lot of time I find that when the couple set into their own routine, right? And then breaking up means that the whole world changed, the routine changed, the setting changed. And I think part of it is emotional, and part of it is also the consequence that coming out from that relationship being split up. So how can we, first, what is your version of how to forgive both to other party and also to yourself?
Yes, so that's a very good question. So forgiveness can only be done once we understand the other person. And we can only understand the other person if we understand ourselves first. So understanding ourselves means realizing what causes our emotions. Let's say we feel angry, we feel, we have fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of getting hurt. We have shame, I'm not good enough, or there's something wrong with me, or I am bad. Guilt, feeling guilty, I did something bad, blaming the other person, doubting the other person, not trusting the other person, or
gosh, you tick all the box.
Resentment and jealousy is such a big thing in relationships, right?
It is.
And once we realize where these things come from, we can release all that emotional energy, which is a negative, stuck emotional energy in the subconscious mind, which is, the subconscious mind is basically our whole body, because emotions get stuck in the muscles, in the cells, everywhere. So we can release all that. And once we release all that, we won't have reactions to every little thing that happens in the relationship and everything that the other person says. So once we release all the fear of rejection, for example, we won't have that fear of the other person rejecting us or leaving us, and we would be much more pleasant and much happier within ourselves. And these negative emotion, all of this that I mentioned, is created early in the childhood when, the way our parents treated us.
Yes.
So the way our parents behaved towards us, were they emotionally available? Did they give you attention?
Yes.
Did they neglect you emotionally or physically? Were they abusive emotionally or physically? These things make a big, massive difference in the way we choose our relationship in the future. So there are 4 types of attachment styles that we developed based on the way we were treated as a child. And one of them is secure.
Okay.
Which is, being treated the way a child should be treated, and giving, quickly give attention when they need it, and providing for them, physically, emotionally, everything. And this child grows up to be a healthy child with a healthy, secure attachment style. But if the child has been given love sometimes, and sometimes been rejected, and emotionally kind of, say, oh, I don't have time, or they have their own stuff that they're going through, like grief and all of these emotions that they pass this on to the child. So the child grows up to be anxious and feeling not good enough, and feeling afraid of rejection and abandonment. So they behave from that from that feeling,
Uh-huh.
from feeling not good enough. So, you know, they will be angry and they'll be resentful and they will be jealous.
Yes.
You know, jealousy comes from being compared to other children as a
Insecurity,
child.
yes.
Yeah, so not feeling good enough. So you would feel the same, you'll manifest the same types of experiences just so they come up for healing.
Yes.
And once it's healed, then we can become secure. Another attachment style is avoidant attachment style. And this, we develop an avoidant attachment style when as a child, the parents weren't there.
Yeah. I think I'm
physically or
100% on that, yes.
So we kind of learn how to self-soothe and we're okay.
Yes.
We pretend we have no feelings and we grow up and then we attract partners and we don't show much emotion and we avoid conflict, we avoid emotional intimacy and you know, we don't want to talk about things. We kind of run away when there's conflict. We run away.
Yes,
when
don't get too close to me. You just stay there. Yes.
Yeah, you're okay there, but if you come too close to me, it's too dangerous because they've tried to get close before with their parents and with their caregivers, and it didn't work. Yeah. So they learn how to, you know, be very. They become very self-sufficient and. Kind of, you know, I can do everything by myself and I don't need anyone else, which we should be with that confidence, but then we don't allow anybody in with that attachment style. So that's another thing, another attachment style. And the last one is the worst attachment style that you can have, which is both anxious and avoidant. Okay. Which, you know, is kind of like a combination of both. You're afraid to get close to someone, but then you're obsessed and anxious at the same time. So it's, you know, it's a very
Gosh, the emotion must be so yo-yo. Yes.
Yes, very much. And this happens when the child is abused emotionally or physically as a child. So it has a very traumatic experience as a child. So they grow up very insecure. And, you know, there is a healing types that, you know, we can do to change these attachment styles to secure attachment styles. So it's not like we have to live with all of these forever. We can heal them. And the way to heal these attachment styles, so the anxious one is to really learn how to self-soothe. Okay. Not to depend, because it's kind of like a codependency. Not to depend on the other person for, you know, validation, approval, and love, but learn how to give that to yourself and love yourself and appreciate yourself. Everything that you want from another person, give that to yourself first. And once you give that to yourself, then you have enough that comes out of you to give to the other person. Because we really are in partnerships to give. We're not there to take. When we go in to take, then, you know, that's when the problems come. So so self-love is a really, really big one. You know, nurturing yourself and, you know, physically and emotionally consistently doing the work and learning about yourself and your childhood traumas and going back to heal them, and then using that to really self-soothe consistently, and that will change the insecure, anxious attachment style to a secure attachment style. Excellent. And and with the avoidant attachment style, what they need to do is really open up and be vulnerable. And trust, because they have difficulty trusting people. You know, nobody's safe. Everyone's gonna hurt me. So if they allow people in and, you know, see that, okay, I can trust people, I can give them a chance, I can be vulnerable, and let's see how it goes. Okay. And if I do trust people and if I get hurt, it's okay. Yeah, exactly. It's okay. And that's when, you know, we have to trust. I mean, we all have egos. It's not trusting the other person to give you everything that you want, but trusting yourself that you'll be fine. Trusting the divine that you'll be fine. You're taken care of. So, it's kind of like a deep healing work that needs to be done. Yeah, and with the anxious avoidant, they need to do both types of healing and really heal the trauma that they experienced as a child.
Excellent.
And then,
now I feel regret that I didn't go to your workshop last week.
Oh, actually, my next one is on relationships.
Okay.
So you can come, and it will be with the healing. So we will do a hypnosis.
Excellent.
And healing at the same time with all of the attachment styles.
Yes. When is that going to be?
It's going to be in the near future, next week or the week after.
Okay.
I will send you the
Excellent.
details of
Excellent. Because that's you touching a very important point, because we always find the cure outside ourselves, right? You know, okay, let's go and find the medicine, find to do this, but we forget truly to really cure from the inside. And you touch point out very important, that a lot of time you cannot really blame other people, because whatever energy that we send out, we attract the same kind of energy coming in. And what happens is we kind of predicting things, whatever. It's like me, I know I have a problem with not letting people in, and you are 100% right, because I growing up in a large Chinese family. And I am the oldest daughter, which is straight away when they come out, wow, I'm a biggest disappointment for them, because they're expecting the boy, and I'm coming to be a girl, right? So, and because we are large family, and I think also it's the way the generation work, they don't really know how to express their feeling. There's no such a thing as cuddle, kiss, and saying that you love your children. No, they don't do that in that age. So me, I growing up that they never tell me that they love me, they never cuddle me. I just another disappointment that grow up to help them with their housework. And I just feel that I'm growing up unloved, you know, and like you said, because I have to be self-sufficient from the young age, and then I build up my wall, I'm a superwoman and things like that. And I can see that a lot in my relationship, that I'm a superwoman. I let you come as far as you could, but don't come close to me, because I'm freaking out and I lose my control. So sometimes aware of that is a great start, but how to get rid of that and actually feeling safe to open up and let people in. And like what you said, if it's hurt, so what? It's not going to make you die or anything. So you need to really open up to that chance, not only for that person, and also give yourself the chance to be loved as well. So that's 100%. That's beautiful. And also with other people that more clinging on or insecure, they need to, like what Keith mentioned before, you really need to find the love to yourself. You need to give yourself approval, the validation to yourself that you're good enough. You know, you're a nice person enough. Maybe thing happen, so what? It doesn't mean that it's reflecting on you, on other people. It's just a consequence. It's just part of life. That's happen. So don't taking that too much onto yourself. I think so. You don't beat yourself up so badly, and just find the way, you know, the angle to really fully appreciate yourself. Then you don't need to go run around and find the love, because if you truly love yourself, that's already done, I think. And also, I find that when you love yourself, you attract other people that also emotional, secure, right? And they also love themselves, because if you come from being insecure and you meet another insecure, oh my God, it's just non-stop drama in a relationship.
Yes, of course, definitely. And I really do believe that we attract the kind of people, experiences for a very good reason. There's a reason to everything. And this comes up, that people show us, especially in relationships, they're like a mirror. They show us everything that we need to heal. So they show us our fears. They show us our guilt and shames and resentments and angers. They show us this so we can heal them. So you know, it's a very good way of getting to know ourselves. And I don't think the solution is to avoid
No.
Relationships at all, because what we do is we kind of we don't want to deal with the pain that comes with a relationship. So if we kind of embrace it and accept it and say, okay, what is the lesson in this? What is the lesson in each experience that we have?
Yes.
And when we learn the lesson, the whole negative experience will change.
Yeah.
Whether it's with the same person or different person, it doesn't matter really. The person doesn't matter. Just, it's our choice who we want to choose. But it's just the lessons that we need to learn. The lessons are of self-acceptance, self-love, the lessons of forgiveness, understanding, compassion, the lessons of patience, and divine love, surrender, trust.
Wow.
These are lessons that we all need to learn, and there has to be a way for us to learn them. And one of the ways is negative experience, contrast. And if we think about it, these experiences, we can look at them in time and say, wow, this was a blessing.
Yes, it is.
This was such a blessing, and it's so amazing. I'm so grateful for this experience.
Yes.
And at the time, it's very painful, I understand. But later on, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I've learned so much, and I've become the person that I want to be, is who I really am. So that's beautiful. To become who you really are. You would never take that experience away from yourself.
Yes. And if that not happen, then you never truly find who you are and be yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Definitely. 100%.
So how do you think that we could do to stop feeling hurt?
Pain is something that we need to embrace.
Yes.
Because we're so afraid of pain. We avoid pain.
Yeah. I'm a drama queen. I find that I'm quite like it. I like, okay, bring it on. Time to time, I love watching all these chick movie, and then I cry my eyes out. And I think it's quite a good way to release it. So what,
definitely.
It can't be that bad, isn't it? I mean, once you really rolling around at the bottom end, it's just the only way to going up, right? So sometimes by avoid hit the rock bottom, you just keep hanging in there, isn't it? And it's not a good place to stuck there.
Yeah.
So like you said, embrace it.
Yes, of course. With the pain, what we need to do is feel the pain and really feel the pain. And like you said, crying is releasing of resistance, releasing of pain, which is, a great way of releasing. Really choose to feel the pain instead of, a lot of people choose different methods of soothing, which aren't so healthy, like smoking and drinking and so many different addictions that people can choose because they don't want to feel the pain.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we choose addictions, is because we don't want to feel the pain. It's too painful to go there.
Yes.
So it's better if I drink something, if I, smoke something, if I do a lot of shopping this week, that's going to make me feel better. Food, eating, foods that, so it's all unhealthy in a sense.
Or worst one is a lot of people jump on the Tinder apps.
Oh yes, it's not right to go from one relationship to another straight away, because we haven't got the lessons yet, so it's not healthy.
Exactly.
So these addictions need to be put on the side and really work on the self and feel the pain. Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
Okay, from my childhood. Which experiences do I need to look back on and say, okay, I need to forgive my parents for doing this.
Yes.
I need to, because nobody's perfect.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm sure parents do their best.
Yes. Exactly.
Sometimes they get it wrong because they go through their own stuff. And with that, children are they're like sponges. We absorb everything around us. And our parents, it wasn't their fault if the environment wasn't a healthy environment.
And also, I'm a parent myself, and both of my parents already passed. And like you said, when I go through my grieving period, and one of the nun tell me, we always expecting the parents to be 100%, right? we expecting them to know it all, to do the best, always do the right thing. And the nun told me that they also go through their own journey as well. They only do and make decisions based on their own experience and what they know. It's same like me now. I'm a mom now, so I'm doing the same thing. And I'm sure that when my children grow up, they'll say, I wish my mom doing better. So it's always the case. So we need to really forgive them as well. I don't think any parents realize sometimes, you know, like what I say, what you're saying, I might be too busy, and then children come in. I said, can you just go away and let me deal with this? I probably don't even realize that the children feel rejected because of that sentence. You see, so sometimes the parents not even fully aware of how the children taking it. They're just running off and play. How could I know that it's cost them the scar for the rest of their life? We don't know, do we? So it's up to us how we heal and how we taking it on. So it's a very good point.
Yes, 100%. Even the smallest thing can leave a scar. So, you know, it's just everyone has the journey of healing and forgiveness, yes, but forgiveness can only be done when we understand. So we need to understand our parents' circumstances and what they went through, and then we can truly forgive them. And forgiveness isn't a one-time kind of an event. We consistently need to forgive every single day in prayer, in meditation, whatever our practice is. We need to forgive and keep forgiving until the pain is released. Yeah, so we need to keep forgiving until the pain is released.
That's very good. And it's a journey. It's like you said, it's not something that you're saying it a couple times and it's going to bing, clear it up. It's not. And another thing I want to touch on, perhaps it's easier to forget if you are the victim, right? Or you think that you are the victim. If it's all the way around, I'm not saying this, but just a case scenario that if you are the one who in wrong, right? You're the one who caused the suffering, caused the problem in the relationship, and caused it to end, whatever reason, and then you end up with shame and guilty. How could we actually forgive ourselves and really move on without beating yourself up all the time?
Yeah, 100%. So, yes, with the feeling of guilt and shame, it's not really the relationship itself that causes that guilt and shame. The guilt and shame was there from the beginning. The relationship just pointed it out, brought it to the surface.
Okay.
So it's never in the case that one person is at fault. There's always two people
of course
create the you know, the destruction of a relationship. So it's never like one person is, you know, the bad one and the other person is the good one. It's both people. But the shame and guilt comes from an early childhood and early experience where the parents you know, weren't there for the child. So the child starts feeling that there's something wrong with them. They feel like, oh, I must not be good, you know. And there's a difference between guilt and shame. Guilt says, I made a mistake.
Okay.
I'm not a bad person. I made a mistake.
Okay.
And it's okay. Shame says, I'm a bad person.
Yes.
And it's much, much worse than guilt. So it's kind of like, I am bad. I am, you know, it's a lot of negative vibration in that. So to release the shame and guilt, we really need to understand where it comes from and forgive our parents and forgive ourselves for carrying this for so long and bringing that in our relationships with, you know, with our partners or with our children or with whoever. But once it's healed, then, you know, we won't repeat the experience. We won't repeat, you know, similar experiences to show us that we have that shame and guilt inside.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Gosh, it's been such a blessed lesson. And I'm so look forward to join you with your workshop days. And if you'd like to contact Sotoda, I also put, her profile on our singleparentshub.com profile, so you can go and check things on our website www.singleparentshub.com, and there she's there. And then also have all your website, your contact details, everything is there that you can connect with her. And when you're ready, when you share the link, I will share the link for your events as well, because I think it's very useful. It's nice to know that, yes, be aware of our problem, but how to release that is very, very important, because it's 100%. Not good just to aware of it and then you just can't help yourself failing to the same old routine again. And if you haven't checked our website yet, it's free subscription. And if you sign up, you can get access to all the resources, and we're going to upload this into our resources for the member as well. And all the events, everything is free if you sign up. So please sign up. And I really want you to sign up, because the more people sign up, then we know how to support people better. Otherwise, I just 100%. Talking to the blank wall, which is not great. So thank you very much for coming on board, and have a wonderful evening. And I'm looking forward to, go to attend to your events and share to all our Single Parents Hub members.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you so much for everyone that came here to watch. And I look forward to seeing you in my event. I'll send you the details as soon as I know them. And it will be amazing.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.